there's a photo of me watching it for likely the first time.
Really? Really?
Mm-hmm. And I have on a cowboy hat, and I'm in like a grout fit, and I have on like sunglasses, and I'm like posted up, and in the back it's Lindsay Lohan, and it's Mean Girls playing, and I was 4. Can't really recall, but I was a babe.
Welcome to Entertainment Weekly's Around the Table with Mean Girls.
I can't really remember the first time that I saw the original 04 because it feels like such a pillar, you know? Like it's just been in my life for my whole life, really.
Just like happened at some point.
Yeah. There's not been a life without it, really. So I don't remember like the first initial viewing. It's just been kind of important, and it's kind of been there always.
Well, because that's a good point. Like, we should all like figure out also what year we were born, because I was 4 when that came out.
Same.
So I think it was just when my mom was like, all right, like, I think she'll get most of the jokes now, you know? But
there's a photo of me watching it for likely the first time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I have on a cowboy hat, and I'm in like a grout fit, and
pause.
There's like
a what?
What's a grout?
Oh, apologies, a gray outfit.
Naturally.
And I have on like sunglasses, and I'm like posted up, and in the back it's Lindsay Lohan, and it's Mean Girls playing, and I was 4 in the photo, so it was, I guess, like, I don't know, can't really recall, but I was a babe.
My family, oh sorry.
No, I was gonna say that's so special, like the motifs of Mean Girls in your life. Just
it's
over and over again.
Unhinged, and I like use that photo so much because I look so ridiculous. And then like we like cropped the photo out and blew it out, and we were like, oh my god, it's very cute.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My family had, we only had a couple of DVDs that were movies for me and my sister, and we had a portable DVD player that was like this big, and my parents would like put me and my sister in the corner of the room and put a DVD on, and like when they're at work. And Mean Girls was one of them. It was Mean Girls, Sound of Music, and High School Musical 2 were the 3 that we watched on repeat.
Where's okay, Rain.
So I just remember, like similarly, I don't remember the first time I watched it because it was playing on repeat on that tiny little DVD player, which still works.
That's crazy.
20 years later.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember a world pre-Mean Girls. I don't know if there was a world pre-Mean Girls.
That Chris has never seen.
I don't have Yeah, we're slowly realizing I don't know what we're doing here. But no, I don't even believe that there was a time pre-Mean Girls. It's just sort of been like the context for comedy for so long.
I think I actually know that I watched it for the first time with my dad, because he and I are very big on like watching chick flicks together, breaking down toxic masculinity barriers at home.
Oh my god. One step at a time.
And so we watched Mean Girls, and we were like, this is so good, we have to show it to my mom, who didn't end up watching it. But I hope she'll watch it this time. But
She's still not seen the original.
She has, because I was like, well, now I'm like in the musical version, like I have to watch
You're like, girl, tap in. Actually.
Yeah, I was like, please. Like,
yeah.
So I think she has. So I'm hoping she has. But you know,
That's cute.
Well, for me, I think it was because of my sister. Because my sister, they got it for her, and turned out it was really for me. But like, I think the thing that stuck with me was I was always like, before I knew I was gay, I was always the guy that was with all the girls in the family. So it was like, oh, there's a character who only hangs with the girls. Now, I didn't see myself playing him, but I did see like, there is one boy, all these fabulous girls, and he's just as fabulous. And then also, fast forward to the talent show, where he's singing his heart out, and a shoe is thrown at him, and he throws it back. And I don't know why that always, like, I loved it so much. I'm like, you thought you were gonna get that last laugh, huh? Then you got that sneaker to the face. So I don't know. I don't know my first time I watched it, but I think the first time it registered that there's a connection here. Like, even though I like probably just started elementary school, so like, sorry. Know nothing about high school, but you know, like.
No, I mean, yeah, time passes. Time passes, you guys.
Shit.
What was that?
Oh Lord, it's the queen bee.
Regina George.
Don't look her in the eye.
You could be really hot if you changed like everything.
I met a guy in the summer.
Welcome to Health and Human Sexuality. We'll be getting into abstinence, of course, then followed by in the spring, condoms and choking.
You're learning things now that I don't know how to teach.
Are you okay in there? We're concerned you're either doing drugs or having a toilet baby.
Ew. The question is, how did this iteration of the movie version of the musical come about? I mean, it sort of came from us really wanting it to happen. You know, we went back to Paramount and we're like, we want to do a film version of this again. And Paramount was like, really? And we were like, hear me out. We kind of had to win them over about it a little bit because the Broadway show is amazing. But it's very different from the film. This film is much more intimate, and the music is kind of intimate in a different way just because it's a different form. You know, like from the original movie, I remember trying to turn the original movie into the Broadway play. I was like, oh, you can't have voiceover. Like in the original movie, you're in Katie's head through voiceover, and you get a certain kind of set of jokes that way. And then you're like, oh, now those interior thoughts are sung, and now this is kind of a hybrid where we're like, oh, we're hearing you, you're singing, but we can also still get in your eyes and have close-ups and have things that play visually. So it was fun to try to use all the different kinds of tools to make this movie.
That's such a good technical breakdown.
Was it a long journey to like find the like visual approach to this one? Because it's so like, I mean, we took time on that.
Yeah, well, you know, that's where the directors, who we haven't really talked about, Arturo Perez and Samantha Jane, who are the directing team that directed the movie, they were the first people that I met with when we were looking for directors who really came in, and they were the ones who were so aware that, like, they were sort of saying, like, everyone's seen the original. How can we surprise people? How can we have people be like, oh, wow, that's not what I expected? Yeah. And so their vision and the way the movie's shot, the way the camera moves, and a lot of things are, you know, all in one take, or that was what they really brought to it. And I felt like, okay, this is where we can, the push-pull of me being like, right, but where are the jokes? And, and then being like, yeah, but wouldn't it be cool if the camera was going And so that's like a real process, you know, to like, the push and pull of all that really is good, I think.
And also, like, Katie's voiceover, you know, she leads us through the 2004 film, but something I really liked about the musical and this adaptation is that Janice and Damien frame the story. And like, it opens as, this is a cautionary tale, which I love, because it sort of immortalizes the movie as well. It's saying, like, this is a story that we all know, and it's a warning.
Something that Sam and Art said that I was sort of astounded by, it was like on one of the first days we all got together, they were like, what if Janice and Damien directed their own high school experience?
Right.
And I just love that because I feel like so many young people, you know, have this sort of like main character thing. I mean, everyone is like, you know, sort of like living their life as like the main character of their life. And I do love that it is such a cinematic experience. And it really is like if Janice and Damien, like, you know, this group of young people were sort of like directing their own high school experience. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, was it weird to have to play characters that other people have played?
I'll say it, I was afraid.
I was afraid. I was afraid.
We were scared.
I was afraid because, and I remember sitting and talking with my family about it, like, I don't know, like, should I do this? I'm not sure. This is such an iconic thing. And also being afraid because, like, musical theater fans are so dedicated and passionate in a way that is frightening because I love musicals. I'm a huge musical theater fan, but I also know that there's a huge responsibility there when your favorite musical or your favorite movie gets adapted again. It's a big responsibility to the fans. So I was nervous also because I'm a fan of it. So I was like, gosh, I hope this is good because I want it to be good. But but the fear went away like once we got into filming. Like I'm not afraid anymore. I think it's going to be a really spectacular theatrical movie experience.
Well, I was introduced to the project through Tina, like talking to Tina, because I thought it was a prank. They were like, Tina Fey wants to talk to you. And I'm like, And then sure enough, pops up on the Zoom, and I don't see a world where I could have, or probably anybody could have ever said yes if Tina was not involved. Because I mean, it's Tina Fey, come on. But like, especially for me, yes, it was a fear of like joining, but for me, I'm like, how many chubby gay guys are on a screen? And like, how much is that representation shown? I wanted to be a part of it. You know, it's just something cool to show somebody there's somebody out there that's like you. And that's what Mean Girls did for me. When he threw that shoe, I'm like, okay, well, if that's what the queens do, that's what the queens do. So like to get a chance to like try my hand at that, like, you know, and to have your blessing and like OG cast members who send their love to us, you know, it just, you know, I don't know. It just felt like the right thing to do.
I was gonna say, I bet that Danny Francesi, I bet he just threw that shoe. I don't think anyone told him to. I think his instinct was like, I'm throwing this back. And also the other thing that Danny, I'm quite sure, improvised was, I want my pink shirt.
And I want my pink shirt back! I want my pink shirt back!
Wow.
I think that was Danny.
That's so cool.
That's amazing.
So to see that and to now be a part of it, I think the fear has kind of gone away. I think we did a very beautiful thing. Absolutely. I think everybody's heart was in the right place. And we knew that we weren't trying to duplicate anything. We were trying to create something for ourselves that, you know, honored the original work. So to me, you can't go wrong with that.
My name is Regina George.
We women have to trust and support each other.
I just turned 19, and when we were talking about like doing the Broadway musical, I remember like kind of feeling that way at first and being like, damn, this is like such an iconic, like culturally significant thing, and also like such a household name. And also I just was very scared of like acting in general, so I was like, I don't know. After I had like done it a couple times, I was like I actually worried about doing it because like I didn't want to like step on something that I cared about, or was I actually worried about doing it because I was worried about what everybody else around me would say about doing it? And also, y'all get it, you're gonna turn it down? Didn't think so. So I'm like, come on, right? Like, and I get it. Like, there's like a lot of like conversation around it, and I think it's sick. So for the musical movie, the musical, I was just really excited because I feel like I had already like kind of like brushed that little part off and been like, nah, like this is cool as shit. Like Rachel McAdams, I've had a crush on her since I was a kid. You think I'm not gonna do that same thing now? Come on. Like, what?
I think like you were afraid of like, I guess, acting in a sense. I think Angourie and I like sort of share this mutual fear of like taking on this role was intimidating, obviously. And like when I submitted my audition tape, like I shut my computer and like DM'd somebody else being like, you should totally audition for this, because in my head I had just like closed the chapter after like singing a song. I was like, there's just actually like no way.
Sure.
And then like after booking it, it was like a whole other level of fear, because like Miss Bebe here has an incredible EP out. Reneé Rapp is Reneé Rapp, and Auli'i Cravalho is Auli'i Cravalho, and Jaquel was incredible on Broadway. Like, you know what I mean? And like you're amongst this cast and this like ensemble, which is crazy, crazy musically talented. And then I am personally a shower singer. and so Angourie and I would just like talk about the magic of being like in the presence of like vocal superstars like you guys, and like the fear that comes along with that. So,
but also learning so much. And that's, it was such a fun experience. Like Reneé came to one of my recording sessions for one of the songs that you co-wrote. It's so beautiful. And that was so helpful to have you in the room to guide me through that process, because it was so new to me, like this process of recording.
It's also like a big process. Like it's a pretty vulnerable, like, I don't know, being thrown into a studio is like, that's a lot. You have to be like brave as hell to do that. I think if that's something that's even like, I do that every day, and I still am like so nervous anytime I like step in like a booth like that. So like to be like, ooh, I don't know if this is like something I'm doing outside the shower, and then to like pop in a session and be like, amazing, I'm gonna do this, and hear like every ounce of my vocal back in my ears as I'm doing it and actively panicking about it. That is something you have to really like gear yourself up to do. That's not easy.
And then immediately get notes on it and be like, okay, yeah, I'll try it again and again and again and again.
Of course.
But it was, I mean, you killed it.
You killed it.
But I'm so excited for your version of Sexy to come out. I'm going to listen to it on repeat. But it's such an emotionally vulnerable thing in a different in a different way, like to connect with voice.
Voice, I know,
It's almost
acting
like
is like, yeah.
It sort of like brings up
because
something.
anything that you feel shows up, and then it's like you hear it in like 4D, and it's crazy.
So true.
But I think like learning was also like a big part. Like I think one of my first sessions that I came out and told Reneé, and I was like, I just like was struggling so much, and she was like, let me come in and like help vocal produce you, and I never took her up on that offer because I was like, I don't want this woman to listen to my shrieking right now. But
valid, so valid.
I think just the openness and like I didn't feel inferior for like not having done it professionally before. You know what I mean? Which I think is important.
Yeah, hell no.
Anyways.
Chris wouldn't even sing at karaoke.
I took out a loan to pay. No, I got an audition for this movie in my inbox. I was just telling this story earlier, in like September of 2022, and they were like, there's 2 scenes, and then film like 16 bars, and I was like, I'm good, thank you guys. Like, it's a great project, but I don't sing. And then they came back around, and there was no singing requirement in the audition, and I was like, let's go. And then
We want TikTok to think that you're singing 9 songs.
I think it would be a good bit to like really like talk up how much I sing. Because I was studying for like a long time, and I studied music theory in college. And
Right. Well,
You should release a bunch of fake tracks. So we filmed in Middletown, New Jersey, and we took over an old Catholic boys' high school. So we were really in a school. Our dressing rooms were classrooms, our offices, everything was in the school. Cafeteria was, we ate outside, I guess, but like we spent a lot of time in the cafeteria shooting. And so everyone, it really was very much like school.
Yeah, there were crosses on the wall.
There were so many crosses.
I was being watched by God.
Jeff started collecting all of them. I'd come into our office, and there'd be like more and more giant. He started moving every giant crucifix into our office.
And we all had our own classroom, like as a dressing room and as a green room instead of a trailer, which was really nice.
Oh my God, so nice.
It was so nice. There was a lot of space.
I decided to abandon Catholic school as my aesthetic.
There's something really sexy about that.
But the bathrooms were scary. They were like
Small.
They were small, and the graffiti on the walls of like classes who didn't get to graduate because the school shut down. That was scary.
Also, you opened there were some classrooms where there were like still open lunchbox.
No, that's right.
And like the diaries, and I was like, this is like unsettling.
It really felt like deserted.
Yeah.
Like left in the middle, like
zombie
open
apocalypse.
lunchbox.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Full lockers.
We brought a lot of life to it.
Bring it back.
We brought a lot of life to it.
Yes.
A lot of sparkle, a lot of confetti.
So this is crazy, but I have to leave and go to the airport.
Mothers on the
Say you don't like it.
There's actually a huge amount of drama that's going on.
We're gonna talk.
We're gonna write about
Reneé
this.
knows what she did. So just don't talk about me. Don't talk about me when I leave. Okay.
She really is.
Sorry.
Bye, safe, dude.
Why are you dressed so scary?
It's Halloween.
Katie, if you don't dress slutty, that is slut shaming us.
That's just unprofessional.
What? What's this?
We're gonna make her pay.
All we've done is make Regina hotter and revive the wet look.
Yeah, is there a line or a moment that you were the most excited about recreating or saying or doing?
I was really excited to raise my right finger a lot in this movie. I truly, like, at a certain point in filming, I was told by like our line producer and directors and producers, like, hey, we don't have any more of these. Like, you've used them up, otherwise we'd like change our rating. And that was so funny to me. I was just dishing out middle fingers. Just in general, I was dishing out middle fingers all throughout I'd Rather Be Me.
Hot.
I was really excited for I'd Rather Be Me. And and then I ended up running through the entire performance.
A sprint.
A full sprint.
While singing.
Watch me sprint
Yeah.
and run.
Live.
I was excited because Katie gets to say it's October 3rd, and I was really excited for it until getting in the room, and I was like, this is so hard to say in an American accent. Like the double R of like October 3rd.
Wait,
like
can we get it again?
October 3rd. That's hard. It's hard for like
Wow.
the Then I became really nervous, but we got through it, and hopefully it's fine.
Wait, you ran it by us before you did it.
Did I really?
Yeah, she did. And Gary was like, "Can you check my accent? Can you check my accent?"
Yeah, there were a few words.
Check the accent.
Oh my god. Whenever she goes into her like American accent, it's such a jump scare.
It is. I'm sorry for doing that to you.
No, I like
funny.
it in a way. It's like it scares me.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it now.
No, don't do it now.
What line? Were
I
you-
was so excited for on Wednesdays we were paying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So fun.
Totally. Oh my god.
I love screaming "You Can't Sit With Us."
That was you did it so well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's cathartic.
We watched you from afar, and it just got like more and more unhinged
Every time.
So good.
Yeah.
That felt good. That felt good.
Well, I think Damien has a couple, but for you go Glen Coco and she doesn't even go here. Two that I was like, I'm excited, but also how you gonna twist this thing around? You know, like they're so iconic, but you almost like hear it the way it was performed.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you know, so even in rehearsing, I'm like, am I doing what was already? How do I switch this up?
Yeah.
Like how do I get it out of my head? Which was a fun challenge. You know, let's like take after take, try something new, play around with it.
Did the fan end up coming into the final cut? Do you know?
I wish I knew.
Oh my God.
When I see it, I'll let you know.
Oh my god, I gotta see.
Yeah.
It did? Oh my god,
Trailer.
yes! The fan made it. When you started doing that, I was probably like so incredibly like, hello Reneé, like annoying to work with. We're like in the middle of a scene and I'm like, wait, oh my god, babe, do that again. And I like have my phone out. I'm like, you guys just 1 sec. We're rolling right here. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I think I got a couple
was
videos
so
from you
excited.
of it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's on my phone.
And it was really cool. It wasn't supposed to be in there. Like we didn't. That was not playing
That was
hair and
so,
makeup.
like,
I kept sweating. I was
yeah.
using that every day.
Yeah.
And then I was like, can we try it? Like, how gay
It's
is
so good.
Like, you know,
It
can
was
we go
so
there?
funny.
You know, a little choice. Glad it made it though.
Oh my god, it was so
Shout out to
funny.
the final cut.
Get in, loser.
I was very excited to do Get In Loser because I think it's like so cute and the way that Rachel McAdams delivers it is really like cute and sexy, and I liked, I don't know, like I obviously like I am obsessed with her so bad, but I really liked the way that she delivered it in the film, and it became this like cutesy little like, hey girl, get in. And I was like, oh no, she should be hitting on her. So that was my
I felt that.
Yeah. No, no,
was
you
special.
were no Queen. You were hit on.
Yeah, I felt it.
Absolutely. Any other?
Yeah, do you have a
thoughts?
favorite line,
Yeah, wait.
Chris?
Tell
Briney.
us. Tell us.
I mean, it was fun. I'm just happy to be here. I don't know. He's like got a lot of iconic moments, but like, is he like iconic?
Well, can I tell you my favorite moment?
Yeah.
Can I tell you?
Can I speak for you?
Yeah, please do.
In the Halloween scene, when Katie comes in dressed all scary, you did a take where you came up and you were like, ah. That made me laugh so hard.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
so
that.
that's my favorite moment for you.
I don't even. Were we filming? I feel like it was a rehearsal and I wasted it. Anyways.
I'll remember it forever.
All right. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Dance break.
Who wrote all this junk? Katie pushed her.
Regina really should be lifting through her glutes.
You.
I
Francis,
did
sang
What's
live.
Wrong With Me live.
I sang some of my song live, and then the rest of it also. A lot of things happen in the booth, but like what happens in the final cut, it's so funny. Like I feel like we make 3 different movies. Like the script that we know and love and read, when we film it, that feels completely different than what's on the page.
Yes.
And then who knows what happens in the edit, you know?
Right.
But you sang part of the it's fine. Someone gets hurt reprise.
Yeah.
In a cul-de-sac in New Jersey at like 1 a.m. You were belting that like this
Grim.
close to me, and it moved me to tears. Like it was so stunning
you.
to see that live, and I hope it makes it in. But even if not, then I'm
It
so
did.
glad it did.
It did.
That live. Oh,
Yeah, I went in for ADR, and because I say you think your shit don't stink, for a PG version, I had to say like, you think your poop don't stink. Like I had to say something really dumb to make sure that it passed.
Ew. Think your poop don't stink? The hell is this?
I had to say something
Okay.
Completely different thing.
I swore so many times in the film, and I had to say so much. I had to replace bitch with witch. Like, over and over again.
Oh my God. Bro, who do we talk to about this?
This is not your mother's Mean Girls.
In the greater world. Cussing doesn't matter. Shut up. Wow.
It'll be
I would die on that hill,
everywhere.
man. It's like, are you supposed to not say fuck? Whatever.
Are we allowed to swear?
Why are we silencing women?
Fuck.
Dude,
Let's not do it.
I was
Let's
talking
not
to
do
Sam
it.
when I did ADI. I don't know if I can say this. And in the Halloween scene, when Aaron and Regina are talking, and she says, I need to talk to you, and he says, me, I thought you were done talking to me when you started talking to Shane last summer. Apparently the line was, I thought you were done talking to me when you started talking to Shane's dick last summer. And I was like, that's so funny, bro. Like, that had to get cut.
Wait. Okay, so all of what I just said,
That's your favorite
absolutely.
line.
However,
Not that one.
I just imagine Brian being like,
I'm just
He
saying
would.
Brian. Yeah.
Je m'appelle Katie.
Incorrect.
You have to pick a French name.
Chanel,
No.
Celine Dion,
No.
Beyonce. I think the balance is that it's familiar. The balance of the, original film and ours, I think it's very familiar, but it's not the same. But I mean, look at the cast list. I think it's not the same. So if you're walking in expecting for me to recreate what was recreated by someone else, it's like, it's not gonna happen. And the same with everybody. But I think that's the beauty of everyone's performance. It's like, there is something in there that people have seen before, but there is a lot in these characters that they've never seen. Like, there are layers that I watched y'all open up in person that are not in the original version. And it's not to take away anything from what was done, but it's just to show, like, we love it so much that, like, we're gonna make something fresh because, like, we can't recreate it. It's too iconic, So, like, we're gonna create these characters from what we know from the time we're in right now. And I hope that they'll see that. I mean, we're at North Shore. It's the same students, but like from us, So it's not like we're trying to rewrite history, We're just paying a tribute to what's already there. You know?
I think the core of the 04 movie is like just brutal honesty. Honesty about like what it is to be a teenager, and I think it's also really honest to the time that it was made. And I think that is the core of our movie.
Yeah.
I think we're all delivering really honest performances, and I think that it's really honest about 2024 and what that looks like, what that landscape is for young people today.
Yeah, I feel like bullying in in the recent past is like quite different than probably what it was
in 04.
Like it's feels just as intense and just as like pointed, but like far more nuanced about like walking around political correctness and like still maintaining a sense of like, oh, I'm sensitive, like just in cancel culture and all of that. And I think this movie does a good job of capturing what modern day bullying feels like.
Yeah, we have the burn book and we have social media.
Right, exactly.
And we have all the classes.
Yeah. What do you do when there's like internet like checks and balances? How do you bully people? And I think that's interesting.
Well, also like the like most hilarious part about the film, obviously, like is like everything that like Mommy wrote, but like also everything that like the actors like brought to the film. Being a film like that and being like such a major like IP like that, it already like opens the doors for people to say like shit, like really mean things. However, like go off, like okay, cool, like do that. We're all pretty obsessed with the original film, and I would say like think the world of it and those characters. So like we did it because we like it and because we care and because it's really sick.
And they would too. Like I think
you would do it too, Project.
And you would do it too.
I think the balance of old and new comes in with like Janice and Damien beginning it saying this is a cautionary tale. So it's framing it in a way that the audience knows that this has been told before.
Yeah.
And they're telling it again because it's still relevant, because the kids who maybe don't know this cautionary tale need to know it. And I really love that opening song. I think it like gives it this amazing little button.
Look at this thing! I can't even see it! Like a face breath.
Oh my gosh.
Revenge Party is an 8-minute sequence,
Yeah.
which was filmed over. I think we filmed like at least one day every week of the shoot was dedicated to Revenge Party.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't like, oh, we filmed this number and then we're done. It was like every week, Revenge Party, like just over and over again. Woo!
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
I personally, I'm never escaping stars. I see stars. No. Oh, 1 minute. Oh, I'm seeing stars. Like, I will never, ever get away from that song.
Your like riff that you do in Revenge Party plays over and over in my head, and that just gets me started. Can you please sing it for the class?
Not today, but I hope you watch the movie and you'll be able to hear it January 12th. But I will say the song for me, there was a day where Janice and Damien had to record a cautionary tale, and there's a song that leads into the rest of the movie, and it was the original that was touched by Miss Reneé Rapp, and there's a little something in there. It's a little, I learned working on a movie that long hours, things happen, hurry up and wait, and that song kind of gave me the patience. It was like my meditation ritual, So anytime something was going on, I would just look to my left or to my right and just. And it got to the point where like the crew would look at me when something would happen and just bust out in that. So honestly, that will forever be like my song of like my little Mean Girls memory.
And you wrote that.
Yeah.
I did write that.
Yeah, you did.
But guys, stars. 90 fucking degrees.
90 degrees in that gym.
We had fun.
So
we
much
had
fun.
fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait.
But it was hot.
Wait, I don't know about you guys.
I had fun. I had a good time.
Raise your hand if you had fun. Yeah.
Boop, boop.
Yeah.
I can't raise my hand any higher than this.
So true.
My shoulder pads are preventing.
God.
That's so fun.
You're never gonna believe what I found this morning. Your burn book.
Mom, go make snacks.
For sure, Regina. Yeah.
So I think we should go around the table and we should do like anti-burn book. So we say a nice thing about the person sitting next to us,
That's
something
really
that we
cute.
love. So the burn book, the
freezer book.
I like the Band-Aid book. The Band-Aid book. Oh, that's cute.
Band book.
No, wait, guys, this is the We Had Fun book.
Oh.
This is the We Had Fun book. We Had Fun book.
Okay.
I mean, there's just like literally too many things I could say about you that I love. I think you're just so thoughtful and you're fucking smart. I don't know. You're so smart and you're so like jovial and kind and sweet. I mean, I could say so many things about you. I just adore you. I adore you, girl.
I love you. I love you. I'm gonna give you all your compliments later because now I must.
You have to compliment a man. You have to compliment a man.
Chris, you are just like so calm and composed. Don't laugh because I can't compliment you.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
We got it. Yeah.
And you're funny, and you're wonderful, and you treat everyone around you with kindness. And I
Thank
think
you.
that's important.
So true.
I hope to. Angourie. I think one of the first things, like you leave, like before I even like we like spent any time together, you're like such a pro when it comes to this stuff and like working, like you're so like aware of like an actor's role like on a set, you know what I mean? Like we're like little parts of this huge machine and we're all just trying to do our thing, you know? And you're so respectful of the people around you and other people's time, and I respect that.
Oh my God. Thanks. That's so nice.
Beautiful.
That's so nice.
That made me so emotional.
Yeah.
So true. That was so true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reneé,
No, yeah. Take it away.
what can I say?
Leave it on fucking eye open.
My favorite thing about working with you is that before each take, you would either give me the finger, tell me to sleep with one eye open, or call me a bitch. But what I loved about that is that
God damn, you're real.
is that we were able to do that because there was a sense of trust and safety as performers, as creatives,
Absolutely.
as people.
Absolutely.
And thank you for that.
No.
For the
Take my
fucking
hand when I say
abuse.
this. Thank you for that. Also, just to compliment you.
Oh.
Thank you for your hair in Mayor of Easttown. Genuinely. That was, I literally was like, who is this bitch? Obsessed with her. Loving you.
Thank you.
Sleep with one fucking eye open.
You too.
Auli'i, I first have an unserious one because I mean it.
All
but
right.
you're gonna be like, of course, like duh. And then I'll go into the serious one. Unserious, I do think How Far I'll Go is one of the best songs ever and is one of the best like vocally performed songs ever.
Listen, you make one Oscar-nominated film. And
And shit just changes. Like people won't stop talking about it. I'm obsessed with it. Thank you. It is,
with which song? Grammy-nominated How Far I'll Go?
yeah.
Oh, good.
No, absolutely. No, but with Grammy nominated How Far I'll Go. Did you have fun?
I did have a lot of fun.
And then also, I love watching someone on set who is like really showing up for themselves. And that does not mean like not showing up for other people actually. Because usually if like a girl is like showing up for themselves, everybody's like, oh, so she's a bitch. And she's like, da 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 da. And she's like, nah, whatever. No, I actually mean like you're showing up for yourself in a way that's like, just like, oh, I don't know, like being a full-bodied person and like showing up for yourself in like a way that like you just are there to do your thing. And I think like, yes, that sounds obvious. However, I think it takes like a minute to get there. At least for me, it did. And so I love watching you on set for that reason. And it's really like fun. And so there's like an ease being around you because you're just like already like on your game doing your thing. So like you're gonna show up fully. So then it like gives everybody else the grace and like space and respect to do that.
Thank you.
It's really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby.
Jaquel,
What's up?
you are one of the most talented people I have ever met.
So true.
Yeah.
Vocally,
So true.
so true. Comedic-wise, like what you've added to this character is like something that truly was not there before. If you weren't as nice of a person, if I didn't like you, I'd be like, this fucker is a scene stealer. But now I have to be like, you steal every scene. And like, it's just a joy to watch you.
Thank you.
And in the same vein of like showing up, like you show up and you don't let anyone else also walk over you. And that is something that I'm still trying to learn, but something that you do with grace and like with color and pizzazz and like with full voice.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Aw. Bebe. Hey, sis. You know, it's really crazy I get you because I just thought about it. Most of my moments of like walking down the street with a cast member were with you, like Red Bank. And then here in LA when we like randomly jumped into a pool at, 11 o'clock at night.
We did do that
And
a
it's
couple
just
days
like,
ago.
you always lead with kindness inside of your professionalism. Like, yes, you show up to work and you're ready to do the thing, but kindness comes first. And your heart shines just as much as the craft in you. And I am so grateful that you showed me kindness when you didn't have to, invited me to your room to watch the Oscars in your hotel.
Oh my God,
You know what I mean? It's just the little things that really mean a lot, and especially as the new kid on the block when it comes to the film and all this stuff. You saw right through that, and you met Jaquel first, and then the work came, and I'm really appreciative of that. So.
Oh my goodness.
Band-Aid.
I love that none of us are like Mean Girls. That made
Yeah.
making Mean Girls so
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah, very
This is
fun.
like one of the best experiences I've had working with a group of young people. Probably the best.
Oh my God.
You all are just
Beyond.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And you all just show up for everyone. And I think everyone here does a good job about like showing up to work, like, standing up for themselves, but also for everyone.
Yeah.
Like everyone was standing up for each other and like looking out for each other. Absolutely. And I mean, we talked about it, we had fun. It was also like, there was a lot of work to do. It was hard work.
Yeah.
And we all just looked out for each other. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a good group.
Yay!
Beautiful.
Thanks for watching Entertainment Weekly's Around the Table with Mean Girls. Check out our film in theaters everywhere January 12th.
Nice.